Yo, what's going on? What's going on? It's Terrell, Hall of Fame, D-Line, TBKC, and all that sweet, beautiful, wonderful shit. This one is, I think it's a post that got started in the True Tank board. And it said, what flaws do Denzel and Mandela throw? And, I've seen some interesting answers. I've seen some bullshit answers. I will tell you, first of all, I want to clear up a falsity. I did not say that Denzel throws dwarfism. What I went on to explain in the detail is that I believe Denzel and all true pocket dogs carry the dwarfism trait. Now, when I say true, those are the dogs who are bred down from generation to generation. The height is getting shorter because of a dwarfism gene. Those of you who listened to me heard me talk about how little Ro was literally about 4 inches shorter than Cairo, and it proceeded. Paco was a little shorter than him. Gargoyle was shorter than Paco. Gargoyle and Denzel are similar in height. But that's the dwarfism gene that's bringing them down. It also causes, with the actual bigger bone structure, bigger heads, sort of the look that you look for in pockets. Now, I say all that to say this, is that I guess it was a half-truth. All true pockets throw dwarfism. That's it. Now, do they throw the flaws that come with dwarfism? That's a different topic. And obviously, I wouldn't breed a dog that's throwing flaws that come with it, like the one testicle and other issues that could come with extreme dwarfism. Now, he said cleft palates. I told a story. Denzel actually now over 600 offspring, 15 years old. He actually has 2 puppies out of 600 that were born with cleft palates, and we don't know if that was him or if that was the mom. The betting odds are, considering that it's literally 0.2, I guess, percent, or somewhere in that area, and that isn't 2%. That's 0.2% of all dogs that he's produced actually had a cleft palate. I don't think cleft palates would qualify as the flaws that he throws. To be honest with Denzel, you don't see flaws. You don't. He's very, very short end on the tails. He doesn't throw tail issues generally. Pretty good skin. I think the most prevalent thing you might see in Denzel is the same trait that he carries, with the bigger feet not quite as tight, not turned either way, but not the cat paws. But that's technically not a flaw. It's just not up to my preference. Mandela, I mean, I can show y'all Mandela dog after Mandela dog. He's not throwing anything. Someone said skin. The individual who said it, Darrell, I have a female off the same litter that he has, and Nick brought that up, is that maybe it's something environmental, because the female that I have off of that same litter, she's perfect. No skin issues at all. Literally, I've never had to treat her for anything. So I don't know what that comes for. Somebody went on there. Mandela did have an outbreak. Once he got attacked by ants, and another time I switched his food and he had it. But those who have seen Mandela in person, he does not have horrible skin. Y'all have seen pictures of him. His skin is good. The individual who talked about that is pretty much known as a hater. He's the same individual who jumped in and had to say that, oh, I mess with Magoo, but I don't mess with Denzel. Okay. Like I say, man, the dogs are not perfect. I think with any dog, you're going to get a couple flaws here and there, man. But as far as known flaws, they just don't have a consistent flaw that they throw. Most of their dogs, I guess if you want to call it a flaw, the more flaw you're going to get from Denzel is that he's so pure on the American Bully side that it's easier for him to throw the quote-unquote classic dog, which I actually like classics, but it is easier for him to push that. Mandela, as I've often said, has been a better producer than Denzel, from my opinion, because he does throw more of the bullier dog, and we've just have not had like serious issues with Mandela puppies. There's no consistent thing where if any dog who's producing dogs, you're going to have one who might have, you know, this or that or the other. But with Mandela, I don't remember any I don't know. I think maybe one cleft palate. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was maybe one cleft palate. But the mother has that behind her to where several dogs before, came out of that line that had cleft palate. So it probably wasn't him. But, he comes from very good blood, so he just doesn't throw it. He doesn't even throw his loose skin a lot. Denzel threw more loose skin than Mandela does. And I'm not saying that they're the perfect studs, but generally when you build your studs up over years, some studs just don't throw a lot of flaws. And then when we start talking about what the stud is throwing, it depends on how you pair up your breeding as far as some of the issues that you can get. You can get some horrible issues from great studs if you don't properly line the breeding up right. And that makes it, a thing. But as far as my dogs, and I'm not just saying that because they're my dogs, and several people pointed out that they're just not known for flaws, It's a reason why I'm known as the clean guy, the clean bully guy, is because my dogs generally are clean, selective breeding, very selective on how we do things, and they're programmed to breed that way. So, it's not to pat myself on the back, but generally just these two studs in particular, really any of my studs, Castro, they have not been flaw throwers, It's the reason why we rack up the type of championships that we rack up from our blood, and why we've been around over 20 years. And no matter how much people try to hate, even the hater on that post that talks about he messes with a dog that is a grandson to one of my dogs and this and that and the other, but he don't mess with my dogs. And even more interesting, a grandson who's known to have bad blood behind him that produces heart murmurs and bad hips and other shit, but he doesn't mess with the part that they use to clean it up. This shit is weird in the American bully community, but if it was something that was known in my blood, promise you guys I would tell you so that you could stay away from it, so we would not only be screwing up my name and putting a bunch of bad product out there, but at the same time not adding to the American bully gene pool with bad blood. But I can't even tell you, so it's not to say that they're perfect. It's just not a singular flaw that they've thrown at even a 10% rate. It's not a high rate. So hopefully that answers some of your questions. Get a good laugh at the people who are just being silly, and enjoy your evening, man. God bless all y'all. Much love. Peace.